Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going better than fantastic. Today I want to talk about something very important. And it was sparked, so to speak, by one of my subscribers' comments. You see, we live in a world where the bar is always getting raised. Now, though you should always challenge yourself and work to self-betterment in all areas of your life, there is a vast difference to healthy goal setting and living in a world where the narcissist or narcissists expect. They expect unrealistic things of you, all in the name of them being in your life. And they will tell you they will treat you better if you meet these demands or requirements they set forth for you to achieve. And you will notice, each time you meet these so-called requirements, they might treat you nice for a short while. Then a new set of requirements will be set forth for you to achieve, and they will go right back to treating you poorly. And they will say, just jump over this new bar they have metaphorically set for you to jump over. And they will treat you better. And it becomes a terrible, terrible cycle that never ends. I say this because there are a lot of people now talking about high value this and high value that. And in some respects, they expose the delusion of those out there that are requiring all of these things from a potential spouse. But on the other hand, it's talked about in such a way that you must almost work yourself in the ground to even be worthy of having people in your life. Look, when you hear someone say, they can't respect you or they can't look up to you because of the money you have or don't have, what you should be hearing is this person has zero. And I mean zero ability to love another human being. And you have to ask yourself, do you want to spend the rest of your life with such a person? No matter if we are talking about a friend that is in your life or a spouse and someone you hope to marry. And I keep saying this. We all have our ups and downs. We all do. You might fall tomorrow and hurt your leg. Having someone that loves you. Did you hear what I said? Someone that loves you, that can be there to help you recover and keep the home functioning, is not only important. It's needed. You see, God gave us each other for a reason. So we wouldn't be alone. But over time the lie of Satan has pulled us further and further from God. And further from each other. And you have a great many out there saying, well, it's this person's nature to be that way. And it's that person's nature to be that way. They will say, don't get mad. It is what it is. Well, this might be true when we are talking about ourselves in our rawest form. But that doesn't take into account our spirit and our soul. The things that make us more than just beings out there with reptile brains trying to get over on everyone and anyone we can. But we are human that can discern and know how to really love one another. There's so many people alone right now. People that have yet to hear or know what narcissism is about. And a great many of them are alone because they are seen as unworthy simply because they don't have enough money. They may support themselves just fine. They may eat decent food. But they can't live the lifestyle that is being shown on social media, on television, and so forth and so on. They can't go on expensive trips twice a year. They can't buy the best furniture and decorate their house with the best of the best. And it's because of that they aren't seen as viable and aren't seen as someone that is worth any kind of respect. You know, when we come together with God's love, there are amazing things we can do. The Bible doesn't teach us to go after and seek out people that have all of these fancy things. Though God did at times bless people to be financially rich, as it was His will to do so. But we aren't to seek out someone just because of what they have. Because they might be evil. They might be someone that might not be good for ourselves. But even if they are good for our lives, even if they are decent people, how can you love someone properly when all you could see was their money and you couldn't see them as a human? It's kind of sad when you see people just picking each other apart for paper money. And you see people ruining their health in order to make more of it. Again, there's nothing wrong with being successful. And there's nothing wrong with working hard. But ask yourself, for what and for who are you working hard for? Are you working hard for someone that just sees you as a dollar sign? Or are you working hard for someone that cares about you? You see, we often hear about these high-paid athletes. And we see how they have tons of so-called friends and family members around them. And people that want to date them and marry them. But the moment they lose their money, they are only left with maybe one or two true blue friends or family members. And sadly, the first one that usually leaves them is their spouse. We have to ask ourselves, what kind of world is this when getting married means you have to work yourself to an early demise and the person you are working hard for really doesn't love you anyways? You know, this world and our lives can be lonely, especially towards the end. But God gave us the gift of each other. There's videos of spouses holding the hand of the one they married, saying they love you as they watch their loved one pass on. They are there with them, so they don't have to feel alone and by themselves. God gave us this gift. And Satan has whispered in the ear of many to give up these gifts for the pursuit of nothing. And people buy into this lie. And then when they get older, they wish they hadn't. They wish they stayed with the one that loved them. And the one they truly loved. Maybe they could have built a good life together. Maybe God would have blessed them both. But instead they chased the good time that really didn't exist. Oh yes, there are good times to be had in this life. But the real good times usually happen when you are spending them with people you really love. Not people that you force yourself to be around just because of what they have and what they can give you. This is why it's important. It's important to know. It's okay to work hard. But it's okay and needed for you to be good to yourself and for you to rest. There are many right now staying up all hours of the night, studying a new course with the hopes it might help them get a new job, just so they can have someone in their life that will love them. Not so they can feel better, or have a better life, but just so they can have someone in their life that loves them. Not knowing getting someone under those circumstances won't produce the results you are looking for. Yes, you will find plenty of people that will make you think they love you, just long enough to get as much money out of you as possible. And then the moment you get sick or can't produce any more money or the same amount of money as before, they will leave you. I've watched some of these high-value videos and streams. And there have been people on there that said they left their significant other because they were making $70,000 or $80,000 a year. And for them that wasn't enough money for them to be happy. Forget the person might have been kind to them and loving. The good living they were making wasn't enough to keep them happy. And they weren't able to keep up with the ever-raising bar of narcissism. And it's likely they were working hard to get that amount. They could have worked even harder to try to make more, which could have spelled an early demise for themselves. And nowhere closer to finding love. The ever-raising bar of narcissism is real and it's now a part of society. Take care of yourself. Work hard, yes. But take great care of yourself and rest just the same. More money isn't going to make this person love you. Because if they don't love you now, they will never love you no matter what you have. They will just take from you what you have. And then they will move on to another prey item. That's just how these individuals operate. It's sad, but it's true. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.